true Southern flavor since 1947, and the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide. Visit online at canecasausage.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. As we approach Christmas, here's a holiday message from Alabama football head coach Nick Saban.
This is a great time of the year to enjoy family and, have gratitude for all the blessings that we have, even though when you're a coach, you don't get to enjoy it a whole lot until you get right to it. And we have a couple days off, but I just want everybody that supports the program, all the people out there, friends and family, to know that we're thinking about you over the holidays, and wish you a very blessed holiday season. Thank you.
The Crimson Tide are finishing practice in Tuscaloosa this week before departing for the Christmas holiday, and then we'll start practicing in Dallas, gearing up for the 2021 Goodyear Cotton Bowl coming up on December 31st against Cincinnati. I'll have more in a moment.
Kaneka sausage is an Alabama tradition and a fan favorite. Made fresh in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947, Kaneka sausage is the best tasting hickory smoked sausage you'll ever put in your mouth. Always great for breakfast, Kaneka sausage is now a tailgate grilling favorite. Pick up some today where you buy groceries. Kaneka sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide.
This is our final Crimson Tide Today show of the calendar year 2021, but this show will return on January 3rd, 2022. We hope you have a safe and joyous holiday season with your family and friends, and roll Tide. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by Kaneka Sausage. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. How about that? You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. The roots of kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown break. Alabama back on top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. Winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with the record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
Yeah, it's all around great group from top to bottom. Like you said, those corners are the guys that get a lot of get a lot of talking, and it's definitely warranted. They on film they pop they pop up the screen. They're really good on the back end. Their entire secondary is really good. Their linebackers are very good as well, very instinctual players, and then up front they play super hard. They make a lot of plays. At the line of scrimmage and behind it. So I'm on defense, top to bottom, it looks like a great defense. We know we're going to have to bring our best. Work is, work each and every day to put ourselves in the best situation, to be successful. But we understand it's going to be, it's a big challenge for us. Again, it's a great defense from top to bottom. So we understand that, and it's just on us to prepare for it.
In your life and your career, just maybe in the last month, you know, from chasing to winning the big or SEC to getting in the playoff to beating Auburn? How quickly has it come at you?
Honestly, nothing's really changed for me. You know, there's been some good moments, for us as a team. There's been, good moments for me individually, but that doesn't, really change any way that I approach my day to day. It doesn't change how I think about myself or others or anything like that. You're always working towards a goal. You're always trying to accomplish something. And as a team, for us, we definitely haven't, reached that goal yet. We definitely haven't accomplished everything. And, it's not anything that has happened, whether it be team or individual, all the good things that have came, whatever, all the learning experiences, it's great to internalize and learn from, but it doesn't change, me. It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't feel like it's a difference for me or a difference in my life. I still have to show up every day here and, put my all into it, get better. There's a lot for me individually to get better at, a lot for us as a team that we want to improve on. So, that's been the mindset. It's going to be the mindset. And, we're nowhere close to our ultimate goal yet. So we still have a lot of work to do.
Hear anything? Check. No.
Guys, you're up and ready.
All right, welcome in, and we're getting a ton of feedback on our end, and also not hearing our producer, Josh. So I'm going to take my headsets off because that's going to be really tough to hear that repeat over and over again. So hopefully that's not happening on the screen. But, man,
that's a familiar but very unwelcome sound when you're talking and a delay is a full second.
Yes, I mean,
it's so distracting.
Yeah, I can take a little bit, but when it's like what we just heard in our ears just now, kind of crazy. But all good. We'll get it all figured out, and we'll be getting it better for us here in the studio. But again, like I said, hopefully, and we'll find out, I'm sure, on text very shortly or from comments coming in that all sounds good, whether it's be on air or online as well. So thanks for joining us, whether it's throughout the network here on this Wednesday edition as we get ready for Christmas coming up this holiday. So actually, it looks almost orange. No, it's red. There we go. I got my Santa hat on today. Tiger Woods red.
You're normally the guy in black.
That's
right. It's the Tiger Woods black. Yeah. So it's a good look and a very festive look as well, Jeff.
Yeah, I had it on yesterday as well for SA's game. So over in Georgia and Athens. I appreciate you guys filling in, or not really filling in, but just letting me take that day off and time with her. You know how that is. Valuable absolutely. Time.
That's why when you text, I went, man, go.
Yeah,
go,
exactly.
go.
So we drove back, which took us about 5.5 hours because of two wrecks on I-20 coming back. So it's normally about a 3:45 to 4 hour drive anyway, but took us a little bit longer, but I was glad to be able to come back with her and help her get back safely. It was some really bad weather coming out at first and a lot of rain, but then began to clear up. So thank y'all for that. And I've been able to share that time with her. And now she's home through Christmas. Braxton will be coming home today. Alabama practice. I think they end at 4:00 today, and they got to load up what they call their luggage trailer that they're getting loaded up to send all the luggage on out to Dallas to get ready for the Cotton Bowl. And so they all get, I think it's one bag or something. Just kind of giving you some inside baseball a little bit, but they're doing that today. I think they have until that time to have all that in place, and then they'll come home for, I think, until the 26th, and then they'll take off to Dallas for the Cotton Bowl and be a part of that first playoff game. So I know they're excited about that. And UAB, as we talked about last week, had a big win. So Harrison's done. And then Andrew, my oldest, who works in Tuscaloosa, will be home as well coming up here in the next couple of days. So look forward to seeing everybody together. You don't get these moments together much anymore. I mean, I feel like as you know, I'm driving from Athens to Nashville to Birmingham to Tuscaloosa, back to Birmingham, over to Athens, back to Nashville.
Sonny King does you well.
Well, they used to give me demos. Now they give me used cars. They have mileage. Because I was trading every
demos. You don't run mileage up
miles,
on. I've been in that situation, and they made a smart move. But they're great people. But this timing, although what I'm about to tell you, if you haven't heard, is not good. But the timing that Alabama is going to be off is good because I think you just heard on our previous show on Tide that Bill O'Brien and Doug Marrone, offensive coordinator and offensive line coach, have COVID, and they are home. Their symptoms are light, and they are expected to be back, and full-time for the game against Cincinnati. But it's evidence of this latest strand just traveling. But hopefully their health is good. That's most important, Jay. But I want to ask you real quick, what if you didn't have your OC and your O-line coach to even for a few days of practice leading up to the semifinals of the national championship? How much seems like that would affect you?
Yeah, I mean, it would be distraction. Now, the good thing, because Saban went through it last year himself, so he's kind of got a plan if that happens. How do you work through that? Telling them how to work through that. I think that's good. And the other thing too is that, and here's kind of one of the official statements that came out. We got it up on our BamaInsider YouTube page if you're watching us live there. State from Alabama head coach Nick Saban, athletic trainer Jeff Allen. We received notification that offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien and offensive line coach Doug Marrone tested positive for COVID-19. They have very mild symptoms, are home isolating while following an appropriate guidelines. We anticipate both being able to coach in the college football playoff semifinal at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. So if you're going to get it, I mean, this is probably the best time with everybody going home, getting away, and whatever else. So I know they talk about it being more transmissible. Here's what I don't understand is what I've read about, whether it's COVID, whether it's Omicron, whatever it is. This one especially they talk about is not nearly as dangerous, but it could be more highly contagious what they're seeing, right? And again, I mean, we played with 102 fevers growing up. It's just we coached with.
I wouldn't tell people if I was sick.
No, we just didn't deal with it like this. And instead of it calling it, you need to go quarantine, we would go to our rooms. We'd eat soup, we'd take our vitamins, we would sweat it out, sleep it off, and then go back at it, right? And would do everything we could to play the game. And sometimes our best games were played then. Jordan, for instance, had his best game ever. He talked about when he had the flu that time, or one of the best games he ever had. So I don't know. I mean, to me, I know you have to take it serious. I get that, but at the same time, if this is not as serious as the common cold or the flu, and it's just contagious, I think it's one of those things that we got to have some better sense about it, I guess, or better understanding until we can make those determinations, I guess, is what they're looking at.
It's real easy to get political on this stuff. So I'm just going to say, no, I'm not being political. No, I mean, but I was about to say, it sounds like a cold to me. Then everybody will go, oh, it's
it is a cold. Every cold is a coronavirus. People don't get that. Yeah. So I agree. But hopefully, my understanding right now is that they're doing well. They're mild symptoms, and everything is going to be fine, and it should be. So good for them, and good for the timing of it as well. But Alabama heading out to the Cotton Bowl here coming up in the next, I guess, a little less than a week. But again, they'll be off today at 4:00, come home for Christmas, and they'll get a chance to spend. Now, some of the guys that are flying out will, fly out, be back. If they can't make that trip back, I think can meet in Dallas. So some of the West Coast guys can come right back to Dallas on the day that the team is leaving out, and they take care of all that. Here's the interesting part. They pretty much take care of all the parents' travel now. They pay for it.
I was about to ask you that.
It's crazy.
Because once you couldn't even give a kid money to go get shampoo.
Right.
That was the case when you were playing, correct?
Most definitely. And
now can they fly the kids home?
They can do all that. I mean, we got money to go home. So they gave us money to go home or travel and, whatever it was, if we were going to do it, or we could take the plane. We always voted if we were going to New Orleans or somewhere we wanted to drive to so we could get the money and the mileage instead. But now the parents, they never did this until recently. Now that the CFP, and I think it started with the playoffs, if you make the playoffs, they pay for the parents' travel and hotel.
Awesome.
Now it's a certain amount. It's a good amount, $3,000 that they give for each playoff game. So the parent that is up there, or whoever that the player wants or decides to give the money to, or the parent that can make it to the game, that's who gets them. But I think that's amazing.
Well, and it's also at that level where the NCAA or college football playoff can afford to do that. I equate it a little bit to what teams and families and stuff get for NCAA basketball. I mean, that's all charter flights, and I'm sure they paying for that too. But I guess, does this mean you're going, right?
I'm going. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay.
And you know, but what I'm saying is that for a lot of people, I mean, even for me, I'm like, man, that's a blessing, you know, to get that right around Christmas time and to be able to go do that. So that's really cool what the CFP has done. And, you know, another reward from making the playoffs is that your families can attend. And there might be some families that haven't had a chance to go to games this year because they couldn't travel to Cincinnati or couldn't travel to Tuscaloosa for a game, but now can go to Dallas because they've got the resources to make that happen. I think that's just really, really great that the CFP does that. So hopefully that number keeps going up for the parents.
Oh, yeah.
For the parents, not so much the players, but because they already get a ton. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and more to get into as far as some of the things that are happening. We saw NFL games last night. Unbelievable. On Tuesday night from the teams that were delayed.
Like that never happened that they had two on a Tuesday. Or it's been like 50, 60 years since they've done it.
I kept looking at TV going, this isn't real. I mean,
what about Jalen?
Yeah, I know.
And Tua, there's some news on Tua that we're going to pass along here a little bit too.
All right, we'll do that much more coming up on the other side. Stay with us. We're live from AVX. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, it's Jacob Harrison, host of Off the Edge on Tide 100.9, wishing you and yours a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Roll Tide.
Work is a part of all of us. Working drives us to push beyond what we thought was imaginable and allows us to come together again for the things that really matter. That's why the Alabama Department of Labor and the Alabama Career Center system is here to help you discover bigger opportunities than ever before. Visit your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funding provided by the USDOL, PTA, and Federal WIOA, an Equal Opportunity Employer Program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They've got the big brands you know and trust. Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Cooper, and they can finance for you as well. When you need routine maintenance and alignment, a tune-up, whatever it is, belts, hoses, just basic stuff, or when you don't know what's wrong with your car, truck, or SUV, make it Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They're dependable. They're trustworthy. That's why they've lasted for over 36 years. Skyland Boulevard, McFarland Boulevard East in Northport on Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Check out the website, TuscaloosaTireandService.com.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
There is still time for you to gift awesomely. During Dell's holiday event, save up to $250 on computers with Intel Core processors. Start the holidays off right with special savings on high-performance Dell XPS and Alienware systems. These deals are perfect for helping anyone power their greatest passions. Plus, save on top monitors, docks, and accessories, all with free shipping. You heard that right. Free shipping. Just call 800-BUY-DELL. That's 800-BUY-DELL.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Be sure to join the University of Alabama's Black Faculty and Staff Association for their scholarship ball on Saturday evening, February 5th from 6 to 10. This funding opportunity aids BFSA in awarding scholarships, funding student center programming, and more. Each ticket purchase covers parking, admission, entertainment, dinner, and one specialty drink ticket. There will be an on-site cash bar as well. Tickets can be purchased now through their website at bfsa.ua.edu/Eventbrite. That's bfsa.ua.edu/Eventbrite.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather. A sunny sky today, Tuscaloosa high 55. Clear and cold tonight, the low 29. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, the high 63. Friday and Saturday, partly to mostly sunny both days. The high Friday 69. Christmas Day, the high 73. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 54 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
I approached it as kind of like a business trip.
We're gonna approach it like we approach every game, as far as like just what we do when where we're going. It's just all about discipline. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think we've showed great discipline. And I think we're not going to have any problems out of anybody, because everybody know what's at stake and what we have to do. And it's a business trip; it's not a vacation. So everybody's locked in and ready to go. He's a great. He's a great athlete. Like I was saying, he's long. He can extend plays with his arms, with his legs. He can see downfield really well. He can run out the pocket. So we just have to contain him. Like I was saying, they have a great O-line. And they do a good job of protecting him. So we just have to contain him in the pocket.
One of the I want to say toughest things yesterday, sitting in Stegman Stadium or Stegman Arena. Am I saying that right? I think I am. In Georgia, and people coming up to me and wanting to talk football
while you're watching your daughter.
Yeah, well, and they were really good. One guy was really good about he'd wait till timeouts, but he kept coming back. Nicest guy. His wife played basketball at Georgia. His family, part of his family were big Alabama fans. He talked about, hey, I heard all the stories about 1992. He goes, I was actually, forget what he said, like 6 or 7 at that time or something like that.
That makes you feel good, doesn't it?
And his sweet family and stuff. And then some other people are coming in. The whole storyline was, how are we going to get past Alabama? Like, when will we ever get over that hump? Can we finally, do we really want to play y'all again? Do we really want to get back? And I kept saying, look, Kirby is going to be fantastic. You just got to keep giving him, people just are not patient enough. In sports, a lot of times, these guys get compared to a guy that's been head coaching over 30 years, has developed a system, a plan, a process. And most of these guys are under a decade as head coaches, if a little bit over a decade. And Jimbo Fisher, so Saban's got they're a third of the way of where he is now. And if you look back at his career, where he was at this point in time and where they are, they're probably more successful than he was at Michigan State, and then winning in LSU in 2003. Again, it's just give the guys time. And I had a chance yesterday to meet Mary Beth, Kirby's wife. I'd never met her. She was actually number 3 as well at Georgia. So Ashley wears number 3. So her daughter and her kids come out and watch almost every game. They're very supportive of Georgia women's basketball, but just found interesting that it's still it's in their heads. They can't get it out of their minds that they just can't get over this hurdle.
Jay, I think a lot of Georgia fans, I'd like to go, hey, he's 45. What is Nick? 69?
70.
70 now.
He's turned 70, yeah.
And look where he has brought Georgia. Rick was pretty good, and he took it to another level and has been very, very successful. However, I caution, Alabama's been in their head, and certainly the 2-26, 2-26 really got into their head, but it got into their head horrible this year.
Yeah.
They really thought they were going to win that. A part of me thought they were going to win. It really did. But at the last minute, we discussed it, you Lawrence and I. What do they have? Will Anderson. What do they have? Bryce Young. What do they have? Nick Saban. I'm taking Alabama. But they were so confident and as cocky that when they got beat and got it handed to them, if Nick Saban was ever living inside their Georgia helmets, he is now.
Yeah, and you're talking about the second 26, the one guy. Yeah. He goes, Jay, I did not watch that play until like the week before we played y'all for this game. He goes, I just couldn't bear to see it. He goes, I don't know why I went back and tortured myself, but I thought I feel good about it. I want to go ahead and get it in my system, have that anger, going into the game, and see it for the first time again on replay. And he said it was the worst decision he ever made.
Yeah, that'll make your stomach ache.
Because I didn't hear the call. I was at the game and all that stuff, but pretty amazing. All right, some other storylines we're talking about too. Jalen last night, as far as the NFL and some of the Tuesday night games we're not used to, as you wanted to break them out.
First of all, Tua has won 6 games in a row, and
so happy for him.
And me too. Because he was taking heat, even though his numbers were comparable, if not better, to other quarterbacks in the NFL. He was still taking heat, but he is blossomed and he's shining. And Jalen last night with a win over the Washington Football Club team, Redskins. But he got picked off on the first drive, and it's the most bizarre interception I've ever seen. Have you seen the video of it? It's tight end.
It's going ankle, right? I mean,
yeah,
foot,
it
ankle,
bounces. Yeah. First of all, he drops a perfect pass from Tua, and somehow it kind of rolls off of him. And as he's running after dropping the ball, it trickles down and it hits the back of his heel, never hits the ground, pops right up to the Washington DB. And he kept running, and then he turned around and went, what the heck? But anyway, all the Alabama quarterbacks are playing very, very well. I know, I guess it's last weekend. It didn't go real well for Mac, did it?
No. It was got shut out. Not shut out. I'm sorry. That was Brady.
Yeah, that was Brady.
It wasn't a good quarterback weekend. I go back to look at the number. Jalen Hurts ended up 20 of 20. Is that 6? Yeah, 20 had to bring that in. 20 of 26 and a touchdown.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was way too small there. And I'm sorry, I just lost the place there for a second. But yeah, I tell you, Jalen, even for him, there's missing questions the last couple of weeks about how, is he playing at the level they needed to play? And again, as you talked about Tua going into the season, we sat back and said, look, the guy came in last year in 2020 after having a hip surgery, not having a normal offseason, not having a chance to develop that chemistry and do all the things you got to do to be successful. Then he gets the starts a little bit later on, and it still won. But didn't put up great numbers, but still was winning and making some plays here and there. I think he's improved a ton. I think that, and it was funny, a lot of the commentators of the day were on TV that they were, I think it may have been Brian Gray. Somebody was saying how good, he looks and, and then right after that, he throws a pick and, then they're like, okay, wait a minute, but then he comes back and just has a great game. So just so happy for him. I hate it, when he was getting that criticism, I just felt like, give him another year or two. I mean, this is a rookie quarterback. And again, coming off such a very tough situation with his injuries and stuff. There it is, 20-26, 296, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 fumble, and rushing 8 attempts for 38 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Those are great numbers.
Great numbers in the NFL. It's so weird too watching him going up against the former Alabama guys.
Yeah,
on the Washington team, which they've got a ton.
I guess we realize that, good Lord willing, Bryce will end up in the NFL certainly, probably after next year, but it's very possible Alabama will have 4 starting quarterbacks in the National Football League.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I told this to Braxton recently. I said, you realize that you've played with 2 Heisman Trophy winners.
Cool.
And you right now, the 2 first-round draft picks, a second-round draft pick, and probably going to be another first-round draft pick, but 4 quarterbacks that you were in the room with are probably going to be star NFL quarterbacks.
Does that wear on him?
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I mean, he loved me. He's like, yeah, I mean, that's
who wouldn't want to be around him?
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, the competition that they've had there, as well as just the great players, the great character, and the way that they've been developed. And I really wondered the other day when I saw Auburn hire an NFL guy as their offensive coordinator. I thought, I know there's relationship there with Harsin, but also is there an NFL mindset that Saban's been able to bring through, somewhat Kiffin, because Kiffin spent time there. Sarkisian definitely, because he was coaching, Atlanta and then came back over. At Alabama, had some stints in other places kind of through his rehab. But then you had now, Bill O'Brien being there as a head coach and a coordinator and understanding the game. I wonder if there's some principles or things that he's wanting to apply to that Auburn offense and kind of getting away from that, the RPO type look or whatever, and wanting to go more to a pro style approach.
anything he can mirror Saban is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That's just, he does things all the time, and you go, wow, he's ahead of the curve again. When he said the stuff about the portal.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 100% correct in his prediction. And did you see the guy they picked up from Georgia Tech?
Oh.
This running back has outstanding. Jameer Gibbs. We can talk about that after the break.
Hey, do you struggle finding ideas or ways to promote your brand, marketing your business? Is your organization trying to find unique items that people really like to receive and use in today's competitive environment? You want your brand, your marketing, and all that to stand out. You want to tell your story and let somebody help you tell that story of your business and what you do, how you got there, and what you can provide for others when it comes to your business brand or marketing or products that you got. Branding and Marketing Solutions, they're great at it. It's fully promoted. They provide access to samples you can actually feel and touch, and also service assist you with product selection, decoration methods, taking your brand to the next level. So give Fully Promoted a call today at 205-406-6430. Mentions you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer. That's 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, stay with us. We continue hour number 1 on this Wednesday edition. We got Roger Hoover coming up next from CTSN.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
One in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in J Barker for a special discount code. That's J Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on the J Barker Show. Siebels in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan. Letter C, letter O.
All right, welcome back in as we continue live from ADX. A really neat article I want to get into after we talked to Roger Hoover, CTSN, but came out from, I think Sports Illustrated may have done this, but called Alabama coach Nick Saban's Secret Weapon. Meet defensive guru Pete Jenkins, an 80-year-old.
Yeah.
And a really great story, and we'll dive into that coming here in just a little bit. But Roger Hoover now joining us live as he does each and every Wednesday at this time from the Crimson Tide Sports Network. And Roger, first of all, Merry Christmas to you and your family. And, man, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys. Hope everyone's doing well and staying healthy right now. We're trying to dodge the coronavirus once again in a lot of ways, even if people are vaccinated. We saw the news earlier that coaches O'Brien and Marone tested positive, but we also saw the news that Coach Saban expects them to be back and ready to go for next year's Cotton Bowl. But, yeah, just hope everyone stays very healthy upcoming holiday season.
Kind of give us, I gave a little bit of it, but I'd rather you do it than me as a parent, but kind of the schedule of the team, what they've got as far as practice coming up and some time off here for Christmas as well.
Yeah, I know they reconvene, I believe, on Christmas, and then they're making their way out to Dallas pretty quickly to start getting ready, the game on the 31st as opposed to the 1st. That kind of moves the timeline up for everything. Kind of an earlier day than normal for this time of the year for what you like to do with Christmas holiday, plus getting ready for the bowl game. But we know they're expected to have some really good practices coming up in Dallas, and that's a place that's really become kind of like Atlanta, just a home away from home for the Crimson Tide. I know the coaching staff loves going there. Obviously, Alabama continues to recruit well in Texas, so really looking forward to seeing the Crimson Tide back out there in Dallas.
Once again, Nick Saban just proves what he predicted as far as the transfer portal is concerned. Jahmyr Gibbs, Georgia Tech running back. Listen to his numbers from last year. He rushed for 746 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he also had 465 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns. Roger, between Gibbs and then last week, Eli Ricks, LSU All-American, second string All-American. Nick Saban just throttles that portal. What's the protocol there? Do they pick up the phone? Do the kids pick up the phone? I'm still confused on how they end up at Alabama and other transfers as well.
Yeah, I believe once a player goes in the transfer portal, all these colleges subscribe to the transfer portal, and almost like, how you get like a tweet notification or something like that, it pops up on your phone as if it is a text message. Basically, these football operations offices, once they see a player is in the portal, it just pops up. And I'm sure a lot of them just have it simply as that, kind of as if it were a text message popping up on their phone. And then their contact info is there. The player can be started to recruit it immediately. And it's just another example of Nick Saban, changing with the times. And that's why he has been such a great coach. He's not getting kind of locked in his ways, whether it's with NIL, transfer portal, even changing offenses as we saw during the last decade to get a more modern offense. I mean, he just stays with the times and continues to keep Alabama on the cutting edge. And it was really funny. Yesterday, we get the news that Gibbs transfers in from Georgia Tech, and Chris Stewart sat down at Legacy Arena. We were starting to get ready to go on the air, and he's like, "Tell me more about this wide receiver we got from Georgia Tech." And I said, "He's actually a running back." And Chris says, "What?" I looked at this clip on Twitter, and it looked like, he was a wide receiver streaking past all of the other defenders that were chasing him down. So it's kind of a good example of the kind of speed that Gibbs has that, he makes you think he's a wide receiver with the way he's elusive and is just faster in the competition. So he is a much welcome addition to Tuscaloosa. That is a great stocking stuffer, I guess you can say, for the signing class.
What is his size?
I do not know off the top of my head, to be honest with you, and I really don't follow recruiting very much. But yeah,
5'11",
he is
5'11",
very
200
fast.
pounds. I should have just looked it up myself. So yeah, he can move, no doubt. That he does remind you with his agility and the way that he plays, more like an inside slot receiver than a running back. But at the same time, here's a few plays from right here on jet sweeps and some other stuff that off the jet sweep look. But man, he looks looking good. Georgia Tech, I know they got one of ours and Pierce, but we got Gibbs, the running back. That's going to be a really big get for Alabama, especially the position is so critical. All right, let's talk some Alabama basketball. Kind of a tough loss. Nate Oates wanting to get his team rallied again, and I think I heard either you or Chris or one of the guys I think on the broadcast talking about the fact that, hey, this happened last year. They lost late in the non-conference play, carried that in, and had a great conference record and finished the season really strong. Talk about that and just what they learned from the CM Newton Classic and all the things that were, kind of from that game that they can take forward.
Yeah, they learned they got to play better defense, and that's something that's been really exposed. You look back to the Gonzaga game, Alabama had all week to get ready for one of the best teams in the nation, probably a national champion, either them or Baylor, perhaps, when this season is said and done. And the Crimson Tide shut them down defensively, whether it was perimeter defense or on the inside against two of the best post players in the nation, Chet Holmgren and Drew Timme. But after that, it's been tough. Houston was a really tough game for Alabama. Couldn't get many rebounds. Now, you kind of mask that with getting a win at the last moment. So, everyone's feeling good about that. And then just didn't play well at Memphis, had a very quick turnaround for that game. And then Jacksonville State, for very large portions of that game, did not play well. And then Davidson last night, again, it popped up again to where Alabama was down by too much. You're down 10 with less than 2 minutes to go, was still able to make it a 1-point game, which I think shows the remarkable grit of this basketball team. But they still have a long way to go in terms of defending. Defending without fouling is a big thing too, and Charles Bediako had one of his tough nights last night. He was away from the rim too much. That was clearly Davidson's game plan, and they executed it well. It allowed Noah Gurley to step in and have some good moments. And, Coach Oates said maybe we should have played Gurley just a little bit more with the tough night that Charles was having. But it just goes to show that this is a basketball team that is not a finished product, even with the impressive victories they've had against teams like Gonzaga, like Houston, played really well at times in Orlando. This group to figure out, and that exactly like you said earlier, is the spot they were in last year when they were 4-3, had a tough loss against Western Kentucky, and then right before the ETSU game, John Petty basically suspended, told to go home one day early and not play against ETSU, and he came back, right attitude, and after that, Alabama goes 16-2, cruises to an SEC championship. So this is kind of a gut check moment for these guys, and I think especially learn how to play without the leadership of someone like John Petty and especially Herbert Jones. He was somebody that was just such a stabilizing force for this basketball team throughout the first 2 years of the Nate Oates era. And it's a role now that we're seeing Jaden Shackford, we're seeing as well as Javon Quinterly kind of take on that role. But it's just moments like this that really expose the leadership that Alabama needs to have. The coaching staff loves these guys, know they have players place to make necessary adjustments, but the adjustments got to start on defense. Again, the offense is pretty much where it's going to be and where you expect NATO's teams to play with. But it's time for some adjustments on defense, and that's what Crimson Tide really have to work on once they do return home after the Christmas holiday and start getting ready for a very good Tennessee team next Wednesday.
And Roger Hoover, again, we're visiting with from CTSN, Crimson Tide Sports Network. Now, Davidson, people may think that, okay, it was Davidson, Alabama gets beat, but they're a quadrant 1 team, right? I mean, if you look at them right now, is that right? Yeah. Okay. That's my only question.
Yeah, a very good basketball team.
Yeah.
Fourth in the country in 3-point percentage. Lee, I think, is one of the best players Alabama's played all season long. I mean, he could play with anybody. The Gonzagas or the Houstons that Alabama's played against. he was certainly a good player and had a big night against the Crimson Tide. But yeah, you look at on paper, basically Alabama got the same in terms of playing the net. And like you mentioned, the quad one, it was basically on paper the same game they would have had against Colorado State had there not been a pause, had Colorado State been able to play.
I was going to mention what you just said. For goodness sakes, Davidson shot 50% from three-point range and almost 55 from the floor, and they only had 5 free throws, but they made them all. Do you see an issue? Because Alabama's three-point shooting numbers have dropped consistently from Memphis to Jack State, and I think it was 26% from three-point range for the Crimson Tide last night. Is that an issue? Is that, or you just kind of shoot your way out?
I think this group has shown they can shoot their way out of it. I think James Shackford's a really good example of that. After not scoring at all against Jacksonville State and being 0 from three-point range in that ball game, he came back and made some shots quickly. And then Keon Ellis was having a really tough night last night for the Crimson Tide after he had been leading the way against Jack State. I believe he missed his first 5 or 6 shots before he hit a key late three-pointer that helped Alabama make it close and eventually fall by 1 point. I think it's a group that will be able to shoot its way out of it, especially in some of these early games they got coming up in SEC play. I think they will be able to find their rhythm once again. But again, I can guarantee you, because I get to listen into each huddle as my role as sideline reporter, they are not talking about offense right now. This group is all talking about defense and what they've got to do both on the perimeter and inside to play with a lot of grit and a lot of toughness. And that's really where Alabama has to take the next step over this week.
Roger, I listened some last night. You do a really, really good job, and listened a lot to the Gonzaga call. Really, you're really solid, better than solid play-by-play guy. So just hat tip to you. I think I've told you that before, so maybe I'll hold off until after the SEC. But anyway, there was I think you mentioned this earlier, they did something for Cecil, the CM Newton deal.
Yeah. They did. They had a plaque that was courtside, and they had a spot march for him. He covered each and every one of these games that Alabama played in Birmingham throughout the years that night he just put on. So that was a very touching picture that they did yesterday.
Awesome.
There it is right there. You can see it online on our YouTube channel there, and great plaque. Cecil Hurt. I don't know if we'll see any more like that.
That era has passed. No, and we don't have newspapers. The T News, where he worked though, is still very much up and functioning.
Yeah, we used to always play Hurt So Good when he would come into our show. He loved it.
Good. Yeah, that's awesome.
Roger, thanks for your time, man. Merry Christmas, and always great stuff. Thank you, my man.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to the Barkers and the Coulters. Hope everyone does well, and I can't wait to be back with you soon. It's almost time for the playoffs, but again, very Merry Christmas to all of you. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right, my man. Thank you. Roger Hoover, CTSN, with us every Wednesday at 12:30. All right, stay with us. We'll be back live from AVX.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, this is Ryan Fowler from Tide 100.9, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2022.
With the new law, more people qualify for financial assistance at healthcare.gov. Real customers like Taylor.
I wish people knew how easy it was to get health coverage. This new law has made it so affordable. I'm only paying $52 a month, but there are quality plans for even less.
New law, lower prices, more people qualify. Enroll by January 15th at healthcare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1225. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1225. That's 800-777-1225 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
The perfect place to make your escape. Golden Moon offers 600 finely appointed rooms with incredible views. Take a dip in our Vegas-style infinity pool, complete with a full-service bar and cabanas. Experience the South's premier golf destination at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, or catch the biggest sporting events at Time Out Lounge. So what are you waiting for? Come see us in Choctaw, Mississippi. Golden Moon Hotel and Casino, a Pearl River Resort property.
Be sure to join the University of Alabama's Black Faculty and Staff Association for their Scholarship Ball on Saturday evening, February 5th from 6 to 10. This funding opportunity aids BFSA in awarding scholarships, funding student center programming, and more. Each ticket purchase covers parking, admission, entertainment, dinner, and one specialty drink ticket. There will be an on-site cash bar as well. Tickets can be purchased now through their website at bfsa.ua.edu/Eventbrite. That's bfsa.ua.edu/Eventbrite.
365, 24/7. You'll find road and utility crews, tow trucks, law enforcement, and first responders working along Alabama's roadway.
We're making improvements and helping our communities stay connected.
We're working hard to make sure you're safe on the road. Now we need your help to make sure we're safe too.
Alabama's move over law requires you to move over a lane when you see flashing lights on the roadside. And if you can't safely move over, please slow down.
Visit drivesafealabama.org, brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather. A sunny sky today, Tuscaloosa high 55. Clear and cold tonight, the low 29. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, the high 63. Friday and Saturday, partly to mostly sunny both days. The high Friday 69. Christmas Day, the high 73. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 54 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
City has been great. We've been coming to practice with a lot of energy. It's been fun. We had a little tech. I don't know how you say it, but technique practices. So we had to do a lot of good on good. So the energy was always there, just competing against the offense. That's good on good. So just iron sharpen iron. So the energy's been great.
Tony.
Well, Ty Simpson joked that he was going to come up to you and ask not to be hit so hard or not be hit during practice. Did he do that? And have you gotten a chance to lay a hit on him? Or
actually, before he could even come to me, because I had seen it already, and I had went up to him and I told him, I said, you don't got to worry about me hitting you right now, but just know in the springtime you're gonna see me all the time. I'm gonna always be in your face, so you ain't got to worry about me right now. So I actually came up to him.
Final.
All right, welcome back in as we continue Wednesday edition, and we'll actually be off tomorrow and Friday for Christmas. And so, when we wish you guys a Merry Christmas, thank you for tuning in, watching on Bama Insider YouTube channel as well as Bama Insider Facebook Live. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A lot of great comments coming in and talking about the Davidson loss for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Also earlier about the team and some of the guys that. Just like Gibbs coming in from Georgia Tech and some of the things that Nick Saban has done over the years when it comes to the transfer portal, pretty amazing. He just adjusts, and always, and I'm telling you, I think it's the market always adjusts. The market always, things get better as we go along with it, be an NIL, whether it's going to be transfer portal stuff, Matt. But we said the rich would get richer. I do think there's opportunities. We saw it with Michigan State this year. It was a great a point where Mel Tucker went out and in free agency almost got 10 players in the transfer portal that came in and made a huge difference for them over these last couple of years. And got them in a position where at one point in time, everybody thought this is going to be the new kind of top 4 team in the country in the playoffs. And again, there are other teams, if you learn how to use it, can get the right, there's so many players in it. You would think that you can go out and find somebody or some type of player that could really come in and impact your team if you're missing from this, whether it's an offensive lineman, D lineman, linebacker, quarterback, wide receiver. There's a lot of guys out there that are available now in the transfer portal that used to not be there.
And Nick is doing exactly what he did last year.
Mm-hmm.
He went out and got a great offensive player and a great defensive player, and that's exactly what he's done again this year. And it wouldn't surprise me if he picked up another one. But what a great situation for Nick Saban and Alabama to be in. Not only do they have the top 1 or 2 recruiting classes, but now they're going out there and cherry picking guys that come in. And as we saw with Williams and Toa, they don't just contribute. They're all conference, all American performers. And he jumped to the lead of the pack, and coaches that do that, he's already jumped up. He has gone back into COVID protocol that he had a year ago to try and make sure that his guys are going to be eligible. And, they'll be testing them at the Cotton Bowl, and one pops up negative or positive, however you, I guess it'd be positive. They're going to have to deal with that. I saw where Michigan and Jim Harbaugh, they are going as a group to get their booster.
Oh,
I mean, like the whole football team. So can you imagine having what would that be, like 90?
I'd be over 100
with coaches.
Yeah, everybody would be a ton. Texas A&M, this is some breaking news for them this morning, or this afternoon, actually. Broke about, about 30 minutes ago. Texas A&M will not participate in the tax-layer Gator Bowl because of COVID-19 issues within the program, leaving Wake Forest without an opponent as officials try to find a replacement team. Source confirmed to ESPN on Wednesday, due to a COVID outbreak on the team, the Aggies are not having the players to participate in the game, which is scheduled for Friday, December 31st. In Jacksonville, Florida, Wake Forest still wants to play. Sources told ESPN, but the Demon Deacons would need another team to be freed up from a bowl game if another team were to drop out. Texas A&M's decision is to not participate in the game was first reported by SI.com. So this is coming out from ESPN 12/24 today about the breaking news at Texas A&M, again, not participating in the Gator Bowl because of COVID-19 issues.
Yeah. That's, and there's some seniors on that team that wanted to go, wanted to play, wanted to participate. You know this for having played in bowl games. When you go to that city, they roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
Your case, it's cream. But I've been fortunate enough to cover a lot of those games. For one, the Sugar Bowl, when y'all won the national championship. I think people know how much is done, but I mean, they really do treat you like royalty.
Oh, they do.
And it's such a nice thing. I mean, think about your walk-on guy that maybe took 4 or 5 snaps, but he gets to go out his senior year at a bowl in Orlando, in Dallas, wherever. Just really, I feel for A&M's players.
No doubt.
What I'm trying to say.
Hour number 2 coming up next. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I'm excited to tell you about our newest sponsor here on the Jay Barker Radio Network. They pioneered the chicken finger box and the chicken finger restaurant. That's Guthrie's. Guthrie's recipes and process are often imitated, but never duplicated. Look, their sauce is probably the most copied sauce of all sauces all time. And I've known this family since my days down in Tuscaloosa, and they came over, and man, I tell you, it's nostalgic even today to see my kids going to that same Guthrie's. And great family, do so much for the community, but more importantly, provide the best when it comes to chicken fingers. Get out to Guthrie's today. I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker, and look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers, and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group.
At Schaefer Plastic Surgery, not only they treat you like family, you get a free opening consultation. Not normally you get that for elective surgeries. You do with Dr. Schaefer. And he also combines experience gained from nearly 2 decades in practice, 8 years in advanced training to achieve beautiful, transformative results for his patients. As a board-certified plastic surgeon, Dr. Schaefer's goal is to exceed expectations while being dedicated to safety before, during, and after the procedure. Go online at SchaeferPlasticSurge.com. That's SchaeferPlasticSurg.com or 205-278-7969. For more information and located on Highway 280 across from Grandview Hospital. Rock and Roll Sushi, they're proud to be the original American-style sushi restaurant founded on great food and rock and roll music, boasting concepts and flavors big, bold, and loud. They're the only place to experience the rock you love, the rolls you love, with the ones you love. It all began back in Mobile, Alabama, and then a decade later, tucked inside the Mobile Mall, expanded to encompass more than 40 locations across the southeastern U.S. Since day one, the most rewarded part of their work has been seeing guests fall in love with the amplified dining experience and become fans who return again and again to the biggest hit in town. That's Rock and Roll Sushi. Get out today for lunch or dinner. We all want to create a product or service that's going to change the marketplace. Jeremy and Gina Miller have done it with LocalRealty.com. LocalRealty.com, they've saved sellers over $600,000 in listing fees just in the last 2 years alone. How do they do it? A full-service flat listing fee of $2,900, saving you thousands. 5-star ratings on Zillow with over 400 testimonials. Sold over 1,000 plus homes in the Birmingham metro area since 2016. Go online at LocalRealty.com or give them a call at 205-564-3200. That's 564-3200 for Local Realty.
In July of 2022, the World Games are coming to Birmingham, Alabama. This international sporting event will trumpet Birmingham's arrival on the world stage. Thousands of athletes from across the globe will bring their hopes and dreams of winning gold. Their stories of perseverance and triumph will capture the world's imagination. This is the new generation of sport. This is the World Games 2022. Tickets on sale now at twg2022.com.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CT Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. How about that? You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. Eludes the kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, great. Alabama back on top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13-0. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. Winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with the record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
part, I'm really pleased with the way the players are sort of pushing through. I think you really have to focus when you have a little time off on forcing yourself, pushing yourself to finish, play with this discipline, get back to the kind of focus that it takes to execute on a consistent basis, and not take for granted that you're just going to pick up where you left off. I think there's a little process that you have to go through. We had 3 good days of sort of fundamental type practices, and practices actually started yesterday on preparation for this game. Continue that to some degree to today. So if you're not pushing yourself, if you're not doing all the things you need to do to focus on doing your job at a high level, and being able to sustain, get your conditioning level up to where you can sustain your performance, then you're really kind of helping your opponent. So we're also being very conscious with our players about taking care of themselves, social distancing, all those types of things, so that we can kind of manage our way through some of the flu that's going around, not just COVID, but stomach viruses and things like that. So but so far the players have done a pretty good job of doing that. Now we'll finish this week with Tuesday and Wednesday practices. Then the players will be off for 3 days. We're going to Dallas on the 26th. We'll practice out there on the 26th, and kind of have a normal week of practice. So we're excited and happy all the time that we have players that get recognized for national awards. I think who they are, but I just want to publicly congratulate all those guys for their great efforts this year. And it's always a good thing that guys get a lot of positive self-gratification for being recognized. And but it's also a team sport. So if you got recognized for anything, then you should know that somebody else on your team did a really good job to help you have the success that you had. And I think our players are very aware of that. So we don't have any new updates on injuries or anything like that. We've got guys practicing and doing the best they can.
That was one of the trips there back, what was that, 2016, I think it was, in Dallas as they landed. So they'll be landing there and have a lot of success in Dallas as they've had in Atlanta. But that was one of the trips and kind of what it's like for the players, and they're unloading and coming off getting ready for a big matchup. The big news today, Texas A&M Aggies pull out of the Gator Bowl college football game day or game due to COVID-19 issues within the program. Sources have told SI and now ESPN reporting as well. We're presented by Topgolf of Birmingham. Get out Topgolf. And I'm telling you, look, if you've never been, you'll absolutely love it. Coworkers, family, friends. It's a great place to go out, just have a fun night. Great food, great drinks. And you may be looking for that gift idea for that loved one in your life. They may love golf. They may not, but it's just a great experience for maybe buy it for your entire family. So look, we're going to go out and have a great time. So just go and check it out for yourself. It's Topgolf of Birmingham. It'd be a great place to go as well before and after the Birmingham Bowl. Also, we're driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. Go see Tony Russell and all the great folks at Sunny King Ford. All right, Lars is off, and he'll be back with us coming up next week. We'll take tomorrow and Thursday and Friday off this week, back on Monday as well. And it's weird. Lars always takes off this time of year, and he doesn't tell me where he's going.
Okay, I know where he is.
I've always thought, is he the head of the elves?
Well, he certainly has the stature for it. His mom and brother live up in the Virginia area, I think Williamsburg. So
he goes to see them.
He goes to see them, and that's what he tells us. That's what he tells us. You're right. He may be at the North Pole. I don't know. He may be driving a sleigh. You just really never know. But we feel the same way. We know why we celebrate Christmas. That supersedes anything. But second to that is family, and it's just you were telling me about you're going to be bouncing all over the place, but you're going to spend time with family. And I'll take this time personally just to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and man, hug your kids, hug your grandkids.
You still get a chance. We were talking earlier off, air.
as you said, it's going to be a chance for you to have all your kids and grandkids together for, and spend a long time. Same for me.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as just everybody it's just tough now with as they get older and they're going all types of different directions, and life just gets really complicated at times and tough. But man, you're right. Yeah, that's important. And the most important thing is celebrating the greatest gift ever given to mankind, and that's the real meaning of Christmas. That's why I love Thanksgiving as much, because it's not about the shopping and getting things, and and nothing wrong with that, because I think that's kind of an expression of the gift that's been given to us freely. And I think to celebrate that is great. I think kids enjoy it. It's fun to watch the expressions and the joy and all that kind of stuff. And but at the same time, just that little bit of that commercial part of that is just, we all get caught up in it.
A little bit goes a long way with me. By the way, I went out and shopped yesterday for like 4 hours, and I'm not a shopper. I was actually okay. Am I getting old and soft? I was actually okay with it.
Where did you shop at?
Let's see. I went to a couple of specialty places that if I mention on the air,
they'll know. Yeah,
it might give a hint. But I was wondering, do you shop?
Yeah.
Does Sarah shop for you, or?
No. I mean, for Christmas, but not for me.
Okay,
yeah,
but
okay, I shop for myself.
But I was wondering, because this will happen to me a little bit, to you a lot, because it's football season. You'll be shopping, people come up and go, "Hey, how's Alabama going to do against Cincinnati?"
Right.
You don't want to be rude. You go, "Hey, I'm shopping here," but do you get that
sometimes? But it's number one, you said that, so that it didn't bother me at all. But you're right. You can just go right up the street here, and you got about every specialty shop you could possibly want in Homewood. From men's, which some of it's very, very expensive high-end stuff, but it's really nice. And then to anything, pretty much up and down. This Homewood strip is just unbelievable. And one of the places we go down to after the show sometimes, at Valley Hotel. If these folks never been to see that, that place, the outside looks great, but go inside, it is absolutely gorgeous, the rooms. And I know a lot of people stay in there for the holidays and stuff, but even the restaurant is fantastic.
If you Jay Barker fish and chips, now that's the last. That's kind of the last thing I would have expected you to order, but you talked me into order, and they're fantastic. The breading is like something I've never heard. But I hate to use this analogy, but people will understand. It's in Homewood, it's in Alabama, and that's a great thing. But it looks like something you would see in Buckhead,
New York,
or New York. You're right.
I mean, and the guy, like I said, the guy that built that and pretty much did this whole, down the block thing, bought all the properties, loves Homewood, loves Birmingham, and wanted to really do some special things with this property. One thing, when Valley was going up, everybody was, oh my gosh, hotel going up right here by Soho and all that, which it's funny because a lot of people didn't realize what Soho is, but they thought it was. I mean, I guess maybe they use it south of Homewood, but
I never thought about that.
I think that's why they used it, but
they didn't name it after New York. You know what?
I don't think so.
No, that makes perfect sense. At least that's what I'm going to believe from now on.
All right. So we got the games coming up this weekend, and again last night we watched 2 games of NFL. Pretty amazing to see that on a Tuesday night. So really, really good stuff as well. But again, it was brought up earlier. Texas A&M out of the Gator Bowl, and look for them too. Not being able to play that game, as you said earlier, for seniors or for the coaches a lot of times get bonuses for winning games like that. I mean,
good point.
Yeah, the coordinators, the head coach especially, it could be $100,000, it could be $50,000, $25,000 across the board for all assistants if you win it. And look at you, you're so good, Josh.
Josh has already got pictures of the hotel.
Valley Hotel.
Well, Jay,
yes, beautiful place.
Kind of a remedial question, I guess, but you don't have enough to play, but you still have enough to practice. I suppose if you wanted to still practice, particularly with your guys that are very, very young, I guess they would let Jimbo do that.
You would think so. You would think, you would think. I mean, at least work out, do things that they can do to use that time, as we've talked about. It's like a second spring training to get that work in. But again, I don't know. we played so sick. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't. My common sense cannot wrap around this right now, what we're going through, and just going, okay, we'll look at this objectively, take all the information in, and I'm gonna look at it with a critical eye and a critical mind, and try to kind of go through all the different stuff. And I still haven't figured it out.
I haven't either, and I think we do a really good job on this show just steering away from it, because it goes all the way to DC. Yeah. But I'm not going there. It's too festive a time of year. I do want to ask you a couple other things about bowl trips. I guess if you are not going to play, you've declared yourself you're not going to take the trip, right? Now, in previous bowls, it just seems to me like the Cotton and the Orange Bowls take on a different aura because they are in the national championship picture. But they still go to, Boca and eat fish, and they still have all of the special trips and celebrations and functions. Even though, a team like Alabama is so focused, they still
for the playoff games.
Yeah,
I don't think
they do it as much.
I don't think so. Especially the first game as much. Actually, you know what? It may be the opposite. Maybe the first game is more like a bowl game, and then after that they do more. Getting ready for the championship game and playing for that. I thought it was funny. Jacob just put up earlier. Vandy kind of dancing around because they get going now. They're the only team in the SEC didn't make it to the bowls this year. So maybe for them they'll get a shot with Texas A&M being out.
How big a roster is it? How many people will Alabama take, and then do they take more than they dress?
Yes, and then they may dress, but they'll take as many as they can. It's a chance to take everybody. All the the players get a chance to be a part of that. Guys that haven't dressed this year, guys who haven't been on the sideline, guys who, but they've been a part of the program. They get that. I mean, the CFP, takes care of all that. So that's really, really awesome for those guys. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and get into more stuff heading into these bowl games coming up, and also into Christmas as well. And also, probably think we're going to have a special guest coming up at 1:30. We'll tell you more about that coming up here in just a little bit. So stay tuned as we are broadcasting live from AVX.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hi, this is Chastity Beavers, online marketing consultant for Town Square Interactive. Wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-342-4301. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-342-4301 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-342-4301 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-342-4301.
Work is a part of all of us. We know that the world around us has changed, and that's why the Alabama Department of Labor is here to get you back to working hard. Work is a part of all of us. Let us help you get back to it by visiting your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funding provided by the USDOL, ETA, and Federal WIOA, and Equal Opportunity Employer Program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They've got the big brands you know and trust. Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Cooper, and they can finance for you as well. When you need routine maintenance and alignment, a tune-up, whatever it is, belts, hoses, just basic stuff, or when you don't know what's wrong with your car, truck, or SUV. make it Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They're dependable, they're trustworthy. That's why they've lasted for over 36 years. Skyland Boulevard, McFarland Boulevard East in Northport on Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Check out the website TuscaloosaTireAndService.com.
Hear ye, hear ye. Thanks for coming to the town square. First, I'd like to tell you about Steve. He's a plumber. I hear he does good work. Also, Tim. He's this new thing called a dentist. Oh, and Monica, she has a new vegan restaurant. I didn't even know that was a thing yet. Anyway, if you need those things, just wander around town and try to find them because the internet hasn't been invented yet, so I don't know.
Well, this isn't the olden days. Now word of mouth has gone online. At Town Square Tuscaloosa, we can show you how to harness the power of your existing word of mouth and amplify it online. Go to townsquarelocal.com for a free local customer analysis where you can see how many local customers in Tuscaloosa you could reach online. Visit townsquarelocal.com and be the town square today. That's townsquarelocal.com for a free local customer analysis where you can see how many local customers in Tuscaloosa you could be reaching online. Visit townsquarelocal.com today and be the town square.
The countdown's on. Dash into JCPenney for your last chance to shop before Christmas Day. This week, save up to 30% on your favorite kitchen gifts from Cuisinart, Ninja, and Instant Pot. Deck out the family in Champion gear up to 40% off. And dazzle their holiday with Yes Please Diamonds, just $25. Hurry in to wrap up your shopping with extra savings in the nick of time. Joy, comfort, peace. JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 12/20 through 12/24. Doorbusters and Champion excluded from coupons. Other exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A sunny sky today, Tuscaloosa high 55. Clear and cold tonight, the low 29. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, the high 63. Friday and Saturday, partly to mostly sunny both days. The high Friday 69. Christmas Day, the high 73. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 56 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Well, we let our players go home for the break last year, and we educate the families. We give them a care package with everything they need to stay safe. And we have implemented all the protocols here since we've been back that we had last year in terms of wearing masks in meetings, washing hands, social distancing in meetings. And we are encouraging the players to do that when they leave here. So we're really putting the protocols in place that we used a year ago, which was helpful to us. And, we're going to keep doing that. Am I concerned? I'm always concerned when there's an issue out there, and we want to do the best we can to help our players be concerned about the issue and respect it so that they have the best opportunity to stay safe. We've done a good job of vaccinating our players. We've also done a good job of giving our players booster shots, which most of them, I think we have like over 90% of the players, have gotten booster shots. So they really kind of bought into trying to do everything they can to stay safe. But there's no guarantee. So we want to use, every protocol we can to help them stay safe.
Getting a lot of text from a lot of folks about the Aggies and saying, is Texas A&M, is it about that guys are actually really sick, or is it the guys are just testing positive for Omicron and or COVID-19? And, is that a reason to stop a game and maybe not retest at some point in time in order to give guys a chance to maybe test negative? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. If it's just sick, or that there's at that point sick. And a lot of these are former athletes that are texting me saying, "You got to be kidding me! You've got to mean like."
Well,
yeah.
I think it's very likely a positive test.
I agree.
These kids are in such great shape. You know that, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to diminish the importance of staying safe with Omicron, but it's a cold, but it spreads very quickly. And I think that has more to do with them having to pull out of the bowl is because, 2 got it and then 20 had it and then maybe 30 or 40 have it. And they literally, because of COVID protocols, which have been set by the NCAA, they can't play.
Right.
And it's a shame. And
I just would wonder, I mean, like, if this is going to be a highly contagious thing and you're going forward, and I'm thinking down toward playoffs, national championship, college basketball, and how we saw that get shut down. I mean, can a doctor, that's a team doctor or a doctor in that area, not just go in and go, hey, let me take a look at you? Okay, yeah, he tested positive, but he's not running a fever. He's not having any real conditions. He's safe to play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know.
I feel for too is Wake. And that who they're playing? Yeah. They had a fabulous season. And tell me something about ACC and Wake Forest topping off their year with a victory over A&M.
Yeah.
Now, and I don't know if the story you had and the one I'm reading right now, I guess it's too late. I mean, they can't find another team. The other team that wouldn't be practicing, wouldn't be playing.
Yeah, they probably most of them are already home.
All right. So
Say that
here's
one more
what
time,
you
Josh.
do. You go get.
Here's some rumors of Texas. I'll get that tweet up in just a second.
Okay. All right.
Go get UAB and they'll play 2 bowls.
Hey, Bill Clark might do that. So when you look at just again, we talked about this earlier, just the fact for the seniors, for the guys that their last chance to play, and we were talking in the break. You said, well, why would they not just go anyway and participate, use whoever's available? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, there's some guys that would get a chance to play for the first time, maybe the only time in their career at A&M because of who was in front of them or whatever else. I don't know. Maybe it's just too much, and they feel like it's going to continue to.
You could bring back the 12th man thing with
right.
Jackie Sherrill, and you just get a bunch of guys coming off the. Hey, get you out of the biology. Well, of course, they're not in class right now, but I think.
The breaking news today as well, we talked about it earlier. O'Brien and Marone test positive, offensive coordinator and also the line coach. So they are away from the team, being quarantined. The team practiced today up till about 4 o'clock, and then they're off for Christmas. Got to be back Christmas night in order to be flying back out to the Cotton Bowl. I think guys on the West Coast get a chance to fly straight into Dallas if they can't make it back by that specific time that they need to leave. So that they've tried to coordinate that as well as they possibly could. So that's one of the other breaking stories. And how will that affect Alabama's preparation? As I brought up to Matt earlier, I really think that because Coach Saban going through it last year where he had to stay home, where he was quarantined, and the things that he did with big screen TVs, with his communications to his players on the field, bringing them up after practice, still talking to them, mic'd up with Charlie Strong on defense. Charlie was kind of talking like Saban to all the guys, saying, here's who to get on to, here's who to, correct on certain things. So he's been through it from his standpoint. So he kind of knows what needs to be done in order to keep coaching through that, if that's something that they're going to deal with. And but they feel like that they will definitely be back for the playoff game.
Well, I guess, forbid, good grief. What if this were to outbreak with one of the 4 teams playing?
Mm-hmm.
Good grief. Talk about having to make some plan changes. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be an absolute nightmare.
It would be. Hey, I'm going to tell you about DTPM, though. We're talking about lab stuff. And if you're looking, whether it be private practice, urgent care, reference laboratories out there, just anybody that's wanting to set up a lab inside their practice, DTPM can help you do that. They're a great company. They've been trusted since 1993. Your total solution provider that provides comprehensive array of diagnostic lab testing equipment, supplies, and services. Visit their website. Go to dtpm.com, dtpm.com to learn more. Again, a leading provider of turnkey laboratory solutions, currently servicing customers in 47 states and growing. They remain national in scope and local in service. So if you're looking for laboratory services setups, DTPM is your partner from the beginning, providing customizable total program management solution, including complete laboratory setup and management. DTPM provides total program management services, again, treatment centers, physician offices, recovery courts, reference laboratories, urgent cares, any practice out there. Better outcomes for your patients and better outcomes for your practice. That's DTPM.com.
Also want to remind everybody about the Ticketmaster Birmingham Bowl. It's next Tuesday. Great thing to do for the family around Christmas. You got to hurry. Mark Meadows was who's the president of the bowl, said It's not sold out, but it's going to get pretty close. So, and just go to the Birmingham Bowl website. Take Ticketmaster. I mean, the name of the bowl is Ticketmaster. So I think finding access to where you can get tickets is not going to be an issue. But I'm going to go. Auburn's playing, for goodness sakes. So it's a Christmas gift, by the way.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Sage Barrett's going to be joining us, Smart Skin Medical Spa, and some great gift ideas for you as well. For this Christmas season, if you're getting that last-minute Christmas shopping done, listen in. He's coming up next.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audiovisual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.C.O.
All right, I told you we have a special guest coming in now, and welcome him in on this Wednesday before Christmas. Cannot believe Christmas is almost here. And if you're like me, you're way behind on shopping. We've got a great idea for you. And Sage Barrett joining us now from smartskinspa.com, and he's going to share with us what they do, how they can help you. Actually brought me in a gift card for my wife. I appreciate that.
Hey, not a problem, Jay.
That's awesome.
I appreciate you having me on.
No, that means it means a ton to me. I know to me a ton of her as well. Man, I guess first of all, Merry Christmas. This has got to be a crazy time of year for you guys in the medical spa business, and guys trying to figure out great gift ideas. If somebody's out there right now saying, I want to do something special for my wife, I want to, because women love this stuff, getting pampered, having a chance to go in and experience what you guys do. But just talk about some of the maybe gift ideas y'all have got and something they can do this Christmas.
Yeah. So once a year we run specials, our VIP specials. They're amazing. They offer a little bit of everything that we do, everything from more deluxe services all the way down to basic facial services. And then we also have something Smartbucks. Smartbucks are awesome. Whatever you spend, we'll double.
Oh, wow.
So whatever you spend, they'll have to put towards services plus that times 2.
Wish everything could be like that right now.
Yeah, that'd be nice, right?
Why don't you do that, AVX Andy? Can't afford it. So when you, the different procedures, maybe there's actually men out there that say, look, I'd like to see what services you have. Matt and I were talking about that earlier. And do you have a lot of male clients, guys that come in? I mean, I know Andy's there
so it's,
once
yeah,
a
so
day.
we're growing in that realm, especially with me being there. I've been there for about 3 to 4 years. They come in, a lot of sons come in, they have acne and stuff. So, we're seeing more.
And that's important for like teenagers, especially when they're going through that in college.
I mean, whether
age.
doing sports or it's just hormonal, whatever it is, you can come in, get a hydrofacial, IPL acne, diamond glow, and that's going to help tremendously clean up your pores, get your face looking back right.
I need to come in very, very soon. All right. What's probably the most popular thing that's out there right now that you guys are doing that women are really not only enjoy, but also getting just great results from?
So mentioning some of the facial services, we also have something called M-Sculpt from BTL. That's something that you can do on your stomach, your buttocks, your inner legs, outer legs. So it's a fat burning service, a muscle building service, and also a skin tightening service. But you sit down, it does a super maximum contraction on your stomach. So let's say when you go to the gym, you're doing crunches, your brain only allows your stomach to work at 40%. So this tricks your brain into working and doing a super maximum contraction, which is a higher percentile than the 40.
Oh, wow.
And then so you're going to get way faster results. The equivalents that they gave us, the number is 30,000 sit-ups for 3 minutes. And then it drains that lip node out, so you don't get the soreness that you would had you done the 30,000.
How's it do that?
Well, it's a magnet that goes on your stomach, and it sends these contractions to your stomach, and it just does these little motions to it. And whatever the technology they've created at BTL is amazing. But yeah, so you sit there, it's a 30-minute session, you get it done, you come in once a week for 4 weeks, and then you
told me you're working out. I'm just kidding. I know you're right. The guy's been
he's popping in every once in a while.
He's getting his butt kicked by this one guy he's working out with now, or has been. I don't know if you still are or not, doing that same program you were telling me about. All right, for guys out there, what is the biggest issue or one of the things you talked about acne with kids and stuff, but is there something? I mean, I'm sure that stomach stuff, all guys want that, but is there something that a lot of guys come in for that has been good for them and helpful for them as far as appearance or just anything new that's out there?
So I mean, outside of gift buying, for guys, but specifically, another thing is products. So before I started working there, I would wash my face with the body gel that I use on my arms and my underarms. Now, they've got me on a regimen to where I put a specific moisturizer on in the morning, wash my face with a specific cleanser in the morning, and then, they've kind of put me on a regimen, all the estheticians at work, which are fantastic on putting you on exactly what you need to do. And I'm a good listener. So if you tell me what I need to do, I'll just do that. It's kind of the same thing with dieting or whatever else. So they're really good. The estheticians up there are really good about, telling you what you need to do. And as long as you'll listen, your skin will clear up just fine.
So
probably a lot of guys and are saying, how did Sage as a guy get into this business or this side of stuff at smartskinspa.com. And again, I've got to make guys feel comfortable too, because normally that's, guys don't like to go to the doctor and like to go certain, but if they see that, there's a guy there, they feel very comfortable to walk in and hear more about procedures or things that they can do.
Yeah. So me being the front of house manager, I'm the first person that you're going to see when you walk in the door. So, especially for, younger teenagers, not really comfortable walking into a, spa scene. They walk in, they see me and they're like, oh, I'm like, what's up, dude? How are you?
Yeah.
You here for a facial? And yeah. And, I'll kind of walk them through them, tell them it's all good. And we'll sit there and talk sports or whatever until they go back. And it's really become a more comfortable male thing in recent times.
All right, tell everybody out there some gift ideas, how they can contact you guys. How can they buy gift cards online? Is there set appointments or whatever that the guys out there going, I got last minute, get this thing done. What's the simplest, easiest way for them to get it done with you guys?
So last minute Christmas options you can buy on our website at www.smartskinmedspa.com. We have a link on our Instagram page. You can just look them up the same name, Smart Skin Med Spa. Facebook, it's there as well. You can also call us. You can find our message on or find our number on Google or whatever else. Call us, we'll get you taken care of. And then if you want to come in and get like a physical copy, like I got you, you can pop in, you can get one of those. And the estheticians we always have a second one, or a spare one walking around. And if you have any questions or anything, they're more than happy to answer questions, put you on the right track and getting you what you need for your wife.
So go to smartskinspa.com.
Yeah, smartskinmedspa.com.
Yeah, smartskinmedspa.com. And here's the site. We get it up for you right here. Everybody's seeing it online on BamaInsider and also the YouTube channel and also Facebook Live. So you get a chance to see that. As far as contacts, got all the information on that website. It would give you everything you need to get in touch with these guys. Sage, great job. Beautiful place, number one.
Thank you.
Great place. I know people, when they go in, they want to be in a spa that's really, really nice. And you guys do a terrific job. And Andy has spoken so highly of you and so many others. And then the smartskinmedspa.com again is the website. Guys, get it done. Your wives will absolutely love you for it. Sage, thank you, my man. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks, Jay.
All right. All right, we'll continue live from AVX. Audio Video Excellence continues. Before we go to break, though, I want to talk about Fully Promoted. Fully Promoted, one of our great sponsors, do a terrific job when it comes to helping you with your brand marketing, when it comes to helping you with new ideas of how to really make your brand go to the next level. And you'll absolutely do it with Fully Promoted. Access to samples, you can actually feel in touch, personalized service to help you with decoration and also product selection methods, taking your brand to the next level. Give them a call. Fully Promoted, 205-406-6430. Mention that you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for that special offer, 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll be back. Stay with us. We'll finish up hour number 2 on this Wednesday before Christmas.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
This is David R. DeBose. I'm the Market President, Chief Revenue Officer, and Chief Content Officer for Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Are you receiving unemployment? Your benefits could be at risk. Here's how you can protect yourself and your benefits. Never respond to mail notifying you of a false claim in your name. Never answer a text message asking you to verify your account. And only respond to official Alabama Department of Labor's social media pages. Report fraud at labor.alabama.gov/fraud. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Labor, ABA, and the station. The Alabama Department of Labor is an equal opportunity employer program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request to individuals with disabilities. Dial 711 for TTY accessibility.
In a collision, easy decision. One name, one firm, one call. Mesrano.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being hit by an 18-wheeler. He got me $875,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being T-boned on McFarland. He got me $125,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after my fender bender. He got me $50,000.
One call, one firm. Mesrano. No representations made that quality of legal services to be performed is greater than quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Get more diamond than you thought possible at Fincher and Osmond.
It's the artisan created diamond. It's a real diamond.
And it's real big. A full carat for about the price of a half carat.
She'll be back flipping into the new year when she sees these earrings.
If you don't know what to get her, this is what to get her.
See Tom before Christmas at Fincher and Osmond.
Slightly hidden on McFarland Boulevard between Edgar's and Local Roots.
Hello, Mrs. Kuntz. It's the back left tire of your RV calling. Wanted to give you a heads up that I'm going to blow out on the highway later today.
Wait, what?
Says here I'm going to burst in the middle of rush hour.
Well, can we reschedule?
Sorry, our policy states that once we're scheduled to burst, we have to. We really pride ourselves on our commitment to blowouts.
RV owners can't schedule when things go wrong on the road. That's why there's Progressive, a leader in RV insurance.
Do you want a text confirmation when I burst?
Think I'll notice.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The countdown's on. Dash into JCPenney for your last chance to shop before Christmas Day. This week, save up to 30% on your favorite kitchen gifts from Cuisinart, Ninja, and Instant Pot. Deck out the family in champion gear up to 40% off. And dazzle their holiday with Yes Please Diamonds, just $25. Hurry in to wrap up your shopping with extra savings in the nick of time. Joy, comfort, peace. JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 12/20 through 12/24. Doorbusters and champion excluded from coupons. Other exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather. A sunny sky today, Tuscaloosa high 55. Clear and cold tonight, the low 29. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, the high 63. Friday and Saturday, partly to mostly sunny both days. The high Friday 69. Christmas Day, the high 73. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 56 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Hi, welcome back in as we continue the Jay Barker Show with Matt Coulter. Lars back with us on Monday. We'll be off tomorrow and Friday, and we'll miss you, but also wish you a Merry Christmas and with you and your family. So we hope that you have a unbelievable Christmas and remember the real meaning of that and what it stands for. And look, all the gift giving, everything is awesome and lots of fun with the kids. And I feel sorry for her, and but also miss the putting together the toys for the young dads out there.
You don't miss that, do you really?
I don't miss that. Oh my gosh. Instructions are you see, I'd like it now because I just go to YouTube and I can pull up, and tell me how to do it and I could watch and do it, but getting me to look at instructions is just like the worst thing in the world. You have to do
I went to bed several nights when my children were much younger at like 3:30. And then they're gonna get up at 5:30.
Right.
But I would do it again tonight.
Oh my goodness. The you look at just life in general and everything that everybody's going through, and especially now with the COVID-19, and man, 2020 just was crazy. 2021 I think was a lot better for some and a lot worse for others, and we just been through a lot of stuff over the last couple of years, which I mean everybody has their stuff, their things that you're going to deal with, but
we just want you to know we're praying for you, thinking about you, and wishing you a Merry Christmas, and hope that, not only this Christmas will be great, and again, the remembrance of what it all is about, but more importantly, that as the new year approaches, that 2022 is going to be even better than 2021.
I pray for that. And I see some signs that make me very, very positive, and then I see this latest scare that doesn't, build me with confidence. But I guess I was the last person in the room anyway to see that JT Daniels has been tested positive. And didn't you say you saw Pickens yesterday?
I saw George yesterday leaving. I mean, I think it was him. It was a football player walked out and had Pickens on the back of his shirt. So I'm pretty sure it was George. He looked just like him. So I'm pretty sure that's him, even though he looked older. I can't believe how much older he looked. I haven't seen him since high school. But, I mean, we're hearing that he might even, or he does. Yeah. Is that the report that he does as well?
That's what I heard.
Okay. Yeah.
And don't quote me on that one because I've only read about JT Daniels so far. But
again, if we talked about the coach from Alabama, right now would be the time to have it because everybody's getting time off for the holidays. Everybody's going to be away from each other. And I think that's probably one of the big fears, though, for a lot of the coaches and administrators right now. And I guarantee you, Coach Saban's going to make a point of this. Be careful. You're going to be around family. You're going to be around a lot of different people over the holiday. You hate to even say that. I mean, it's like, but
don't hug your aunt. Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. I mean, I could go in so many directions.
Yeah, we both could. Hey, I got a couple of things kind of that maybe we haven't heard of that I think is pretty cool. Davidson was not the only smaller school to have a significant victory over an SEC team last night. Mm-hmm. Bucky McMillan and Sanford went to Oxford and beat the Rebels. But Bucky, he kept Mountain Brook our top classification in high schools for 6 years. Mm-hmm. If you think he can't coach, are you old enough to remember when he played at Birmingham Southern? We used to go out there and shoot some of their games, and he was a pretty good player.
I think so.
But he's a very good coach. So congratulations to them. I saw some shots of the bench in the waning seconds of that game, and they were going bananas, and rightfully so. Sanford on the road, SEC school. There you go. Yeah. Thank you, Josh. 75-73 final. That's big time.
It's big. Yeah, big for Bucky. And, I saw him when he went to Sanford, I thought, great choice. I mean, it's local. He'll get a lot of the local kids. What a great job he's done at Mountain Brook. And also I think for him, it's kind of that stepping stone. And I think he's going to go a long ways in basketball. I mean, whatever he wants to do. I mean, a lot of it's been him kind of slowly, methodically doing the things that he wants to do. But his whole philosophy, we had him in, I guess it's almost been 2 years ago. And Lars and I kind of did a deep dive with him on his philosophy, how he comes up with all these different approaches. And he's so mathematical. And statistics are huge for him. And, he's big into the poker as well. He goes out and does all the poker tournaments in Las Vegas.
He's quite good from what I understand.
So he's a numbers guy. He sees numbers, and that's what he but he made the point. He said, we practice, we become the best at three things: layups, 3-pointers, free throws.
Yep.
And that's all we do. He said, we do no mid-range shots in practice. It's layup, free throws. Really? And 3-pointers.
17-foot jumpers don't mean anything to Bucky.
He pulled the statistics.
And that's Nate, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. But a lot of the same philosophy. Yeah. So he pulled the statistics. So here, just look at this. This is the research that I've done. And the numbers, you're just kind of like, wow, that makes sense. I mean, if you're shooting this many 3-pointers, even if you miss this much, and so the percentages, because of the extra point, it's so much greater number that you're going to get than it is trying to those mid-range shots. Then the other thing is the long rebounds that you get off of that. So when you're a Mountain Brook or you're a smaller team and you can't go up against the bigger guys, now you're getting the long ball. The ball's coming off the rim further because of the long shot. You get a long rebound, so it puts you in a better position to rebound. And then now it's about getting those easy layups off the break. And I'm sure he's going to do the same thing at Sanford and doing it. What a big win, 75-73.
And one of Bucky's former players is on Alabama's roster. Right? I think that's true. But it reminds me when guys like Nate Oates and Bucky McMillan are really paying attention to the analytics. and the stats of the game, it reminds me of Moneyball, and it reminds me of what Billy Bean did with Jonah Hill. I don't know, I love that movie. Moneyball is a good movie, and Brad Pitt was outstanding. And they still use it. Getting on base, more important than a batting average. No stealing bases. We do not bunt. It goes against every fabric of my being because I'm a baseball purist. And if there's anybody in the world that doesn't know that, then you haven't been listening to me over the past 40 years. But I get it. I understand it. And it has made the Oakland A's a very good team, a playoff team, but they can't get it over the top. A guy like Nate, a guy like Bucky, they got to take their systems and get to the Final Four. And then we'll see. Yeah, you should just take all threes.
Yeah, and I don't know if Bucky's doing this as much as Sanford is at Mountain Brook, and because I know Nate doesn't do that, but he played his players. They did shifts like hockey teams. I mean, if you were on the team, you were going to play, and because you were going to have an excellent defender, you're going to have great shooters. But even if you can't make if you can defend, you get on the court. So I mean, he had 12 or 15 guys. He just rotated in and out. I mean, and so they'd get fresh, but man, when they were out there, it was all out press up and down the court. That's why they won so many championships. Teams just could not keep up with that physical play as well as the tempo of the game. But outstanding coach.
Shoot threes and don't let the other team shoot threes. And seems to be working. No, it doesn't seem to. It is working. But anyway, kudos to Sanford and Bucky McMillan. That was, I think, his first of many signature wins.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got one more story.
Okay.
What did Tua Tagovailoa and Will Smith have in common? The actor. It's just not good. Will Smith is doing this show called Best Shape of My Life. I'd never heard of it until about an hour ago when I read about it. But he went and worked out with Tua. Is that interesting?
That is.
Is that interesting? Okay, I'm getting a head nod there. So,
the gallery.
But Will Smith's a pretty talented athletic guy. He's got game. I've seen him play some basketball and some videos.
Man, on Fresh Prince, he could play basketball.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, talented actor, no doubt. And that's cool. That Tua got a chance to do that. And I think we were talking about earlier just how things have changed so much with BamaInsider and, YouTube channels and all that. I mean, there's just so much content now that can be created. And there's a lot of people paying a lot of money for content these days to fill up that space.
It's amazing in my blessed time being a broadcaster, how the people that listen and watch have as much information as you do. Used to, you had the wire ticker, you had the AP and the UPI machines, and you held the cards. Not anymore.
All right. Merry Christmas to all of y'all, and hope you have a great Christmas. And also thanks to Josh Smith, our producer. Merry Christmas to him and Tide 100.9, all the people there, our flagship station, all across the network. BamaInsider, share, like, subscribe, and also their Facebook Live. Thanks for being with us, and we'll be back on Monday, off tomorrow and Friday. So Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas, Jeff.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I'm excited to tell you about our newest sponsor here on the Jay Barker Radio Network. They pioneered the chicken finger box.